Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a full face using makeup I hate. This is basically makeup that I've spent my own money on that ended up being a massive regret. And I don't want you to waste your money on them too. So if you're interested in seeing that, then please stick around. Okay, first up, I've got the NYX Pore Filler Primer. You guys have heard my gripes many a time about primers that are very, very heavy in silicone and that basically make your makeup just slide right off. This is one of them. Like, it definitely makes your skin feel really smooth. And I mean, if you weren't going to be wearing any makeup, you could probably do it. But underneath makeup, like, I feel like I even look at my skin and the foundation comes straight off. So she's a no for me. Next up, the Il Makiage foundation. You cannot tell me that you've not seen an ad featuring this. They're all over Instagram, all over Facebook, all over TikTok. They're all over everywhere. And it's like the best review, like the most reviewed foundation, the highest rated foundation, 5-star foundation. Honestly, you guys, this just really is not worth the hype. And it was incredibly expensive to buy. Just save your money. Honestly, Maybelline's better. So my issue with this foundation is it looks cute to begin with, but then it gets really, really cakey, sort of like the longer that you wear it. It also transfers off really easily. Like, I have just never had any luck with it at all. Like, first, I don't know, 4 hours, yeah, she looking cute, but then after that, it's pretty much all downhill. And if I'm spending that much money on a foundation, it sure as hell better be lasting longer than 4 hours. Yeah, you guys, the memories are coming back. My nose already looks insanely cakey and it's like separated and it just, oh shit, no. Okay, next up I've got this concealer palette from She Glam. The Multi-Fix Concealer and Color Correction Palette. This literally does nothing. It will not cover anything. It will not correct anything. It's very emollient. It's very greasy. It does not work well at all. I do typically love products from She Glam, but this just ain't it. And I'm still blending. And it's just, it's going nowhere. And I just feel like my face is getting paler. Wow. Not a vibe. And I mean, at least this one, you know, you haven't spent heaps and heaps of money on it. But like, even then, don't waste your money. It's just, it ain't good. Wow, the texture through my T-zone right now is a situation. It is. Okay, next up, this cream contour from Mecca Max. This one literally blends into nothing. It is a true contour shade. I will give them that, but I don't know. As you blend it into the skin, it just sort of, it disappears and like basically you can't see it at all. So for me, this was a definite waste of money. I mean, it's giving waste of time. Like, where does it go? Okay, next up, I've got Maybelline Cheek Heat. This is a cream blush that again, just it disappears into nothing. I've also always had an issue with this one actually lifting the foundation off my face. So firstly, blends into absolutely nothing. You cannot see it. But then secondly, it just causes your foundation to lift and shift and move around. She's a hard no. Hard no. Okay, next up for setting powder, I've got the Givenchy setting powder. This is the Prism Libre. It's the super viral, super expensive. From memory, I think this was about $100. Do not spend your money on this. I mean, I will give them props for packaging. Look how beautiful this is. It's gorgeous. So this one just looks kind of powdery and dry on my skin. Like, I wouldn't say it's absolutely the worst setting powder I have ever used in my life. But if I'm going to be spending $100 on a setting powder, it needs to not make my skin look crusty and dry. Like, I just, at a bare minimum. Am I asking too much? The other thing about this one is it also gives my skin like this really funny gray cast. Like, you can see in the areas where I've applied it, like the skin actually looks gray. It's this really weird phenomenon. For me, she's a hard no. You literally cannot see any of the bronzer and any of the blush. Like, that was a waste of time. And like, honestly, there's patches of foundation missing on my nose. Like, I don't even want to look in the mirror. Okay, next up I've got this Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette. This one is the, I think it's the MMXV11. I'm not even sure which one that is. This was the first ever Pat McGrath eyeshadow palette that I tried, and I honestly could not have felt more disappointed. Patchy, difficult to blend, no payoff with the eyeshadows. Like, it was just a hot mess. And I just remember thinking like, this was like $150. Like, how is this happening right now? I've just always found this one really, really difficult to blend, really, really patchy, fades during the day, you know, creases. It pretty much everything that I don't want an eyeshadow palette to do, this one does. And that's kind of just wild to me, like, for something that costs so much money. And it's weird, like, pretty much every single other one of her eyeshadow palettes that I've tried, I have really, really, really enjoyed. I particularly love like the bigger eyeshadow palettes and the more affordable eyeshadow palettes that she releases around the holiday period. Like her Christmas palette, her Christmas releases, they are honestly amazing. Couldn't recommend them anymore. But this one, like, honestly, it's just so patchy and never looks good. I mean, you can eventually get this to work. Like, just be willing to set aside, I don't know, a good 45 minutes to blend with it and apply it and work with it. And there's a little bit of fallout. Honestly, I can't stop staring at my nose. There's all these little dots. There's patches of red coming through. It looks so bad. The gold in this palette also is more of like a topper. Like, it's quite patchy when you apply it, and I just end up with it all over my face after like 20 minutes of wearing it. I'm pretty confident that anyone that tries this is not gonna love it either. Okay, next up I've got the Huda Beauty eyeliner. This is a very gluggy, very thick, very difficult to work with formula. I do think it's cool, like it's a cool concept how you've got like a crayon eyeliner at one end and then the liquid at the other, but the formula of the liquid, it's just so thick and like really, really tricky to use. I also find that it bleeds a fair bit. And again, for something this insanely expensive, I just expect more. I do. For mascara, and I think that we all guessed it, the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Like literally, I still am baffled by why and how this is the most purchased mascara worldwide. Every single client that I've used it on, every single time I use it, all the people that I have spoken with, this transfers instantly. You will end up with panda eyes, like literally mascara all underneath your eyes, all over your lids, but somehow there are still people buying it. Can someone help answer? Please leave a comment down below if you actually like this mascara. I really want to talk to you. I really want to know why. I want to know how. I want to know the full story. And lastly, I've got this lipstick from Wet n Wild. This is the Liquid Catsuit matte lipstick, and when they say matte, they ain't lying. I'm telling you, this will turn your mouth into the Sahara Desert. There's actually not many products from Wet n Wild that like I haven't liked. Like pretty much I feel like everything that I try from them, I'm always like, oh, this is amazing, and especially for the price. But yeah, this liquid lipstick, it just like already I want to wipe it off. Like my mouth, it feels so dry. And here is the finished look, you guys. Honestly, my skin could not look much worse. I'm going to zoom you in and show you the situation on my nose. Like, look at this. It just looks absolutely dreadful. My eyeshadow's all patchy. I'm missing half the makeup from my nose. There's also like this weird texture on my nose as well. Honestly, my lips couldn't feel any drier. And I can confidently say that in my opinion, I don't think that you should waste your money on any of these products. They just, I feel like they will leave you disappointed. But I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. I hope that you found it helpful. Let me know down in the comments what products that you have come across that you really didn't enjoy, because it will help me out. It will help everyone else out. And the other thing I guess to remember is makeup can be very individual. And some things that I love, you might hate, or some things that I might hate, you might love. So definitely take it with a grain of salt as far as that goes. But for me, my preferences, what I look for in products, these are all pretty solid no. All right, I love you guys heaps. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will catch you all in my next video.